Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW on TEW 2020. We are here the first week of September on our show of Rampage. We start off with a tag team match, FTR versus the Sons of Andre, and, well, the experienced tag team wins. It's pretty expected. Somehow managed to get a shatter machine on Paul White, but alright. Out of this, Paul Heyman walks out onto the ramp after the match. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, for the AEW fan." It's matches like this that show that why I am so glad to say that AEW has the best tag team division in the world. But of course, on Wednesday, I announced that we would have a breakout tournament for tag teams, but there is still the matter of the tag team champions division. Lance Archer had an amazing performance at the All Out pay-per-view, winning in a tag team ladder match by himself to win those tag team championships. We didn't know just how available Matt Sydal would be. But after finally confirming with medical staff, Matt Sydal will not be cleared to wrestle for another whole month. As such, we don't wish to have a lack of title presence in the meantime. And he's cut off by the Vision's music hitting. Jake Roberts, he comes out. Matt Sydal's there, he's holding one of his belts. Lance Archer's holding that belt, and Roberts is speaking and says, "Matt Sydal is unfortunately not clear to wrestle. This is true. But we still have the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer. He's a bigger threat than any individual wrestler in this company. But, Paul Heyman, if you want to have tag team title matches, and you don't want this to be a handicap match, I'm more than ready to lace up my boots and get in that ring." And Heyman's like, whoa, no, I do not want that. You might actually die in the ring if you laced up. So, our top tag teams will simply fight for the right to that championship for one side Al is healthy. Of course, those top teams, people like the Young Bucks, FTR, Private Party, Proud and Powerful's probably thrown in there. I'll be honest, I'm kind of mostly forgetting about the rankings at this point, but that's fine. AEW does that anyways. After this, the next scene is shown at a house, pretty large mansion, if anything. And Ace Austin and Sammy Guevara are celebrating Chris Jericho's return. And, it's a huge celebration. They have bottles of the bubble. This is real, throwback Inner Circle. And Ace Austin starts speaking. There's a toast to Chris Jericho, the true legend of the business, and that's something that always should be appreciated. But that said, forgive me for stepping out of line, Chris, but I think it's time to change up the Inner Circle. We've already seen the Inner Circle lose plenty of people. Proud and Powerful left us. Jake Hager left us. AJ Mendez left us. And, honestly, it's not hard to see why. With a name like the Inner Circle, it's a very exclusive name. It's not one that you can really go out there and think, yes, I want to be part of that. Someone like you, someone like Chris Jericho, a legitimate Hall of Famer like him, one of the best of all time, your learning tree should be open to all. It should be inclusive, not exclusive. So, while I was out searching for you, of course, that was still the number one priority, trying to find out where you were. I did, after asking some questions, find some people who agreed with me. So everyone, a toast will be raised once more, but not to the Inner Circle, but to the Jericho Appreciation Society. He raised his glass. A number of people enter the room. It's mostly local talents. However, there are notably also the Lexington Brothers and Taya Valkyrie. Jericho, he speaks for a while, thanking everyone for, looking out for him, for really making him feel young again by, all these people appreciating him just so much. And, he's being very wholesome, honestly. This is, it is the Jericho Appreciation Society only in name. This is generally just a group of people who appreciate Chris Jericho. The face group, so all that stuff. And Jericho, he pops open another bottle of the bubbly. And that ends the segment. After this, we see CM Punk backstage being interviewed by Alex Marvez. And he is talking about the Hardy Boys Challenge on Wednesday. CM Punk says, well, Marvez, I do see that the Hardys have good intentions. And they are right to talk about all this stuff. They're legends of the business, and they're not wrong that I've had problems with Jeff Hardy's lifestyle, and as much as he's changed, as much as I hope he's changed, I still can't fully bring myself to respect him because of all those past choices. Of course, it would be hypocritical of me to not to bring up my own poor past choices. Just to prove how much I can change, there's someone who I have once had a long-held respect for, that eventually I turned away. I started having problems with. Someone I've butted heads with before, a long time ago. He kind of opens his body up. And obviously he's talking as if he's referring to Colt Cabana, but, get worked, brother. It's Christian Cage. And Christian says, Hardys, I get what you're doing. But if you want someone who can really help out Top Flight, and I'm not saying that you guys are bad at that at all, but I'm the guy to do it. I'm a world champion material. I'm here to coach the youth here in AEW. And you know what? If it's here to help out with Top Flight, if it's here to help out those young people out here on this roster, I'll be glad to team up with CM Punk to that end. After this, a pretty shit match. The Good Brothers defeat the Gun Club, who I will rename the Ass Boys, most likely. After this, AJ Styles was at ringside, and he comes in, he has his hoodie up, he doesn't want to show his bald head. On Sunday, one of the worst moments in pro wrestling happened, when the phenomenal AJ Styles was shaved bald in the middle of that ring. But I won't give Jungle Boy the satisfaction of seeing me down and out. I won't give all of you the satisfaction of seeing the Bullet Club being made into a laughingstock like the Elite did. So, and before he can explain what exactly he plans to do, the Young Bucks come out. And they do typical Young Bucks stuff. They make fun of AJ being bald, and AJ's like, hey, it's not my choice to do this. And eventually, AJ gets angry enough, he challenges those two to come to the ring right now. He has the entire Bullet Club in with him. The Bucks refuse, and they're like, hey, AJ, you know, you should probably be more focused on watching your back. He turns around. Charles Betts, Zack Sabre Jr., they're in the ring. They quickly take out everyone. And Betts, he's very much playing around with this. Chad Gable, very talented at being goofy. He's really bringing that up here. And eventually he kind of, in order to unhood AJ, he also does the AJ Styles taunt. And we see what AJ looks like bald, as we see right in the middle there. Fantastic. Thanks, FaceApp. And as they're leaving the ring, Zack Sabre Jr., he's visibly irritated by Charles Betts' goofy behavior, but he doesn't say anything, he doesn't do anything about it. But you can tell that ZSJ is not the biggest fan of Betts acting like that. After this, Jade Cargill is seen with the baddies at a club. This is pre-recorded. I will mention why I mention that in a second. And Jade Cargill says, last Sunday, Ashley Flair hit a big mistake. I had that match won. Wrong time won there. Jade Cargill, the biggest damn star that this women's division has going for it, had her title opportunity cost by some stuck-up bitch who wants to call herself a queen. Well, you know what, Flair? I'm always down to take on some bitches. So next week, I want to challenge you to one-on-one match. You better not back down, because you know that I'm that bitch that's gonna take over AEW by storm. Her baddies are also there. The reason I mentioned it is pre-recorded is because the next match is Hikaru Shida's open challenge against Jamie Hayter. Jade Cargill is at ringside. I'm imagining it's kind of almost like a cool shot of, like, as the pre-recording is ending, it probably ends with Baddie's music, and the camera is right in on Jamie and Jade, or, like, maybe right in on Jade, just kind of similar enough to how they, like, I imagine camera zoomed in on the end of Jade's promo. All that stuff. Afterwards, Shida is being presented with the TBS title, for winning, of course, and she and the refs are jumped by Chris Statlander, who batters the two of them down before laying a few shots into Jamie and Jade Cargill. Because Jade Cargill rushes to the ring to protect her fellow baddie. Chris yells at Cargill that Flair is her mark for leaving. I'm going to turn her heel right now. Okay. Not bad. So Chris Statlander going heel. We'll see more of what I mean by the Outcast later on. After this, Adam Page is seen walking around in the parking lot when he's jumped by a bunch of ninjas. However, Jon Moxley and Brock Lesnar are soon on the scene. It was an ambush, and they lay out two of the ninjas who, on closer inspection, are not ninjas. They're just people completely dressed in black. They're hooded. So yeah. Adam Page, he unmasked the two, and it's the Butcher and the Blade, of all people, who haven't been seen since the beginning of July. Moxley and Lesnar take the two elsewhere as intrigue mounts on why the Butcher and the Blade, again, of all people, were involved in this. After this, the Future get seemingly a shocking win over Jurassic Express, but Adam Cole went in and he attacked Jurassic Express. Future, they quickly leave the ring as Adam Cole and his cult start beating down Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Adam Cole, he grabs a mic as the beatdown is going on, and he says, "I am the biggest damn star that this world has, and I'm being treated like this?" Meanwhile, little shitwad right here gets to flaunt around with major matches against legends like AJ Styles, who, mind, I respect the Bullet Club. I used to be part of it in a past life. But now, you're a bald son of a bitch who lost to this loser. I was stuck with whatever the hell Hiromu Takahashi is trying to be. And Jungle Boy gets prime real estate on the show. No matter what happens, I am going to make sure that all of you see just how much crap all of this is, why I should be respected more. Adam Cole, he ends his segment by hitting a Panama Sunrise on Jungle Boy. After this, Lexi Paradise is seen on a movie set in New York City, bragging to people nearby about her being there, and also her victory at All Out against Deonna Purrazzo. Her boasting is interrupted by a loud crash being heard, and part of the set of her movie being knocked down. She turns around, and it's Shotzi Blackheart. She has a new tank, because I believe hers got destroyed by Ashley Flair a while ago. And Shotzi is yelling she needs to blow off steam from her loss to Mayu. Lexi is pissed at this. She orders Satnam Singh to go and remove Shotzi from the premises, but Shotzi and her tank are too fast for Satnam Singh. Just how it is. Main event, Wardlow defeats Jeff Cobb. I'm guessing Wardlow still is a little bit rusty. Doesn't say so, but probably a little bit rusty. Right after the match, Hook, Ricky Starks, and the Briscoes rush the ring and start laying into Wardlow. As they're doing this, Taz is talking about how Wardlow is someone that should have been in Team Taz, but he's gone soft from all his actions. That Ricky Starks is just Wardlow, but better. Like Wardlow said, you know, he's handsome, he's attractive, he's got the star power. That's all stuff that Ricky Starks has that Wardlow claims he does. Beatdown's interrupted by Kevin Steen and Rami Sabay. Again, of all people, rushing up to the ring, Hook and Ricky leave with Taz, but the Briscoes stay put in the ring. And Jeff Cobb also goes with them. Briscoes stay put, and they fight against Sabay and Steen, and eventually the Briscoes actually end up on top of this, and Team Taz stands tall to end the show. 77 rating. I'm actually fine with that. I think this is around the kind of range that I want to have for shows. I don't want to be rated too high, because then it just loses the intrigue. But I don't want to be rated too low. This, I think, is pretty fair. It wasn't the best show. It lost a little bit of popularity, but that's fine as we move on to week 2 of September.